Dear Maya, you are going to be double digits soon, and it's a little crazy to think how fast you've grown over the years. I've been in your life since you were about 3 years old, and looking back at these old pictures is very crazy because I feel like maybe I wasn't necessarily in the moment for a lot of them, and sometimes I think you're just taking a picture to remember, but you're not necessarily involved in the way you want to be. The reason I say that is because I don't even realize you were so tiny. I didn't even realize that you had this cute baby face. I didn't realize that there were different quirks about you at different times. And now I'm, thinking about you and your quirks right now and the things that you're talking about and how your favorite colors and themes that you like have really changed. It's it's something notable to just keep remembering, to just be in the moment and to enjoy these times because I know that a lot of this isn't going to be forever, such as the you wanting us to tuck you in at night, in the morning hugs, the very, very long hugs that you give. And I don't know if you're always going to want to do that. And so I'm just trying my best to enjoy all of this. But with the addition of your age in another year, it's kind of difficult because I'm kind of starting to see small similarities between me and how I was when I was younger. Kind of just the emotions and the hormones coming in. And it's so scary to even think about that. But I just wanted to read you a few text messages from my mom because yesterday you were a little bit kicking my ass. I said to her, the hormones are kicking in and she's turning into such a whiny brat, dear God. And my mom said, oh no, I thought maybe she'd have another year or two. And I said, I'm in hell. And she said, uh-oh, and so it begins. I said, I'm glad Sam has patience. She said, he does, but you will get through it. I was telling her about what happened yesterday when we went to a potluck yesterday, and it was a little overwhelming for me because I didn't really know too many people. It was a gym that I just started going to. Everybody made food, and so I was putting mine down, and you were hungry, but you didn't like their mac and cheese, and then you didn't like the chocolate little muffins, and after you didn't like the chocolate muffins, I was like, okay, maybe she's just moody, and we're trying to kind of push through, and you wanted to do this, but you don't want that, and you want to start to go to that gym and do like the kid courses, but you want an all-girl theme. You don't want to work with any boys. And it was just kind of like chaos a little bit between me trying to talk to some people and talk to the owner and talk to your dad and talk to you. It was just like, oh my gosh, this whining is kind of taking a hold of me and just bringing me into a place where I'm not really trying to be right now. We went to go get food. We were going to get you chicken strips. And then you're kind of tearing up because you don't want chicken strips because you are full, even though you didn't eat. And then you were upset because you wanted fries. And then, no, you didn't want fries. And then you were worried because you didn't know if you're going to be able to finish your food. And so it was kind of this state of back and forth and back and forth. I was telling my mom and she said, oh boy, like nothing is pleasing her. I wonder if there's something else bothering her. And I said, who knows? But it's hard to talk to her when she doesn't talk. And I said, shades of myself. And then I sent this little koala bear with glasses on, and he had a coffee cup in his hand, and then somebody just punches him out. Just kind of like, it felt like me. I'm just kind of punching myself in the face because I did this to my parents, and I'm recognizing it. I just remember when I was younger, and it was like a version between, I want everything, but I want nothing, and when you give me what I ask for, I don't even want it. And it's the most complicated, convoluted thing that is incredibly frustrating for anybody who's involved. Unfortunately, there's always some kind of a thing behind it, right? There's some reasoning, some rationale behind that. What it really comes down to is the person who's kind of not able to express their feelings. They don't feel safe in the moment when whatever it was happened to express it then. And then it becomes this giant thing that it shouldn't be. And I'm just really glad because your dad not only has the patience of a saint, but you're really good at being resilient. So once we do kind of figure out what it is, you're able to just kind of, and maybe this is my perspective, maybe you don't feel like this, but this is kind of how I see it, is you're able to kind of snap out of whatever the moody thoughts that you were in, and you kind of jump into just being back with us and whatever we're doing. So yesterday, after you kind of had your moody spell and I'm just hanging out and your dad's kind of talking to you, we're walking back home and you were fine. You wanted to hold my hand, you wanted to hold dad's hand, and we went home and everything seemed okay from that perspective. And we get home and have dinner together and everybody's talking and just hanging out. So that was kind of nice. And I just really appreciate that resilience that comes from you, because I know that for me, it was a whole day kind of thing. So if I was really moody in the afternoon, that I was going to be moody all day and maybe even the next day. And it was really hard for me to kind of snap out of it at all. So I really appreciate that version of you. Going back to what my mom was saying, the conversation with my mom after I sent her that gif of the koala bear getting punched out. She said, maybe, but you turned out to be amazing, hon. And I said, so there is hope. She said, most definitely. It's all normal. Even though it feels like hell, it's normal. Hormonal is fine compared to the worst things out there, like being a bully on top of that, or being with the wrong crowd, or total disobedience. It's now the years to pick your battles and make sure kids learn from their mistakes. Which I thought was beautiful advice, because when we were at the restaurant and we were being moody about fries and chicken and whatever, you stomped your foot and then I stomped my foot. And it was in that moment, I was just like, okay, like, calm down, Megan. You're just trying to prove that, like, you can be moody too, or you can just stomp your foot too. But that obviously doesn't help anybody. It was just like a very emotional reaction. So I just said, thank you. It's scary, but I appreciate all your advice with this. My mom said, don't think of it as scary, because you know what you're doing. Some days you will be angry, some confused. Some days you'll be saying, what the fuck? And some you will be laughing. But the constant thing is that you love her and that she loves you. So no matter what, you will always remember that. And believe me, it will pass in a blink of an eye. Kids grow up faster than you can imagine. Just kind of going back to how I started this was, I can't believe that you're going to be 10. I've been so lucky to be in your life. I've been so lucky to kind of see you just grow into this really good version of yourself, and to just kind of see who you want to be when you get older, and kind of try to help you mold that. I think something that I really wish I had when I was younger was somebody to help push the things that I really like doing. So maybe it was drawing or getting into art, and kind of honing in on that skill, being able to do that either with me or put me into classes, or just kind of try to advance me in any kind of way. And I think with your dad being an artist and with me being an artist, it's really nice, because you'll kind of just sit there with me when I'm designing something. Maybe you'll sit there with me for like 5 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And it's nice because you're curious, you want to learn how to use Photoshop and do all these other things. And right now, the other day I came into your room and you were using your laptop and you were designing a video game. So that just is so far out to me to think that that's available to you, because when I was younger, I don't think I was thinking about designing video games, let alone have the patience, structure, or availability to do that at 10. Because I don't think I even had access to a computer until I was maybe 13, 14. So it's really cool to see your growth, and I'm here for it. I'm really excited. We're planning a lot of things for your birthday, so buckle up.